Perfect. Hello. How are you, Laura?
I'm good, thanks.
Beautiful. If you'd like to turn on your videos, we'd love to see your faces. Hello again, Douglas. Nice to see you. How did you go with those tips that I sent you last week?
Me or Douglas?
I think it's Douglas. I was chatting to him. I don't know if I can hear him, but
yeah, I can
nice
hear you.
to see you all. Welcome to our final workshop today. It's a little bit sad, but we will definitely have some more in the future for sure. We have lovely Josh here as well. Hello, Josh.
Hi all.
Hello, everyone. Josh will give a little bit of an intro and then we'll kick off from there.
Sounds good. All right, well, let's do it. 2:31. Shana, can you click onto slide number 2? Thank you very much. So welcome and welcome back for many of you. Today you'll hear the third workshop in this series in partnership between Vygo and Campus, which is awesome to present. My name's Josh, but today Shana's going to be taking the reins, so you'll be hearing from her. I'll tell you what we're about to go through today. So if we can go to slide 3, please, Shana.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. So today we're going to be talking about engaging with others online, and we want to present to you a couple of reasons or a couple of things that hold students back from doing that really effectively, and then spend the majority of today working on solutions. So if you jump onto the 4th slide there, Shana, today you'll leave here in 28 minutes time, knowing 2 major reasons why students or other students might struggle to engage online. Also find the sources of distraction and disconnection, which are those 2 reasons. And thirdly, set some actions to increase your focus and increase your connection moving forward. And with that, I'll hand it over to Shana to take the reins for today.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Josh. How are you all going? If you could see your lovely name there, you can give me a thumbs up, you can give me a yes. I'd love to see some little interaction from you all. If you just go to your name on the right-hand side, you can give a thumbs up, yes. We'll get a little bit intro. Yes, Quentin, I can see your yes there. Perfecto. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about engaging with others online. So I'm just going to move this little baby over here. So sorry, we're just going to little push this one over here. So Vodafone reports 50% rise in internet use as more people work from home. So this is from The Guardian. You will probably see a lot of these statistics come out now. I also saw another one, I think it was from ABC, and that ABC said that there was an increase of internet data by 70 to 80% at this point in time. So that is quite high. Who in there has been using their internet a lot more? Put a yes, put a thumbs up, hands up, yes. I feel like I've been using a lot and my internet is so slow at the moment, but our lovely NBN provider should be out here at any point today, which would be fantastic. So as we're all aware, 50% rise in internet use as more people work from home and study from home as well. So what we really want to do today is help you with a few key things around distraction and disconnection. So what we've decided today, these are the 2 key points that we feel like we can kind of help you. So distraction. Who's distracted by web pages, tabs, by their Netflix, by not feeling in the mood to, I guess, do any studying? Put your hand up if you feel a little bit distracted at the moment. Yes, Josh, give me a yes if you feel a little bit distracted. Douglas, perfect. Disconnected as well is another key thing we will be talking about today. So these are 2 big challenges of engaging online. So disconnected could be without the human-to-human interaction of traditional learning environments. So you're probably used to seeing your friends, whether you go out for dinner, on university, your work site as well. Who's feeling a little bit disconnected at the moment as well? Put your hand up. I know we're coming to the end of COVID at the moment, but still a couple little bit of restrictions there about our connections. Thank you for the thumbs up, Laura. It is a strange time for all of us. But what we want to do today is give you some strategies around distraction and disconnection. All right. So we're going to go in a little bit of a minute to yourself here. So what I want you to do is compare and contrast. So what creates distraction? So remember, distraction is away from your university, whether it's an assignment that you're having to do, you know, you're at a task and your one key thing that's distracting you, whether it's like your Netflix, social media, you could be distracted by not feeling like you're a little bit stressed, so that's making you a little bit distracted. You don't want to actually do your assignment. And what I want you to do is then compare it with what creates focus for you. So what is your major one thing that can drag you back in to that university assignment, to that work task? What is that one thing that you can do to contrast? I want to give you 1 minute now to think about that. Use your laptop or your notepad there. I love writing down these as well. I want you to think of one thing that creates your most major distraction. I know there's a lot of things that distract me. There's my dog because he's so cute. There's my roommate who I just chat to all day. But I want to know one thing that you can do to create focus. I'm going to give you a minute for that one now. And then we'll jump into some breakout rooms. Thank you for joining, anyone. Just have a look at this slide. We're just comparing and contrasting one thing that causes distraction versus one thing that can create more focus for you. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do now is going to pop you in a breakout room, and what I want you to do is compare and contrast with your group. So talk about that big distraction, major distraction that you have, and then you might, yes, I feel the same thing. I'm so distracted by that Netflix series. Right now, it's The Last Dance. I think you should all watch it. It is amazing. That is a really big distraction for me. But also then compare with your lovely peers in your breakout room with one thing that can cause focus. So I'm going to pop you into a breakout room now, and I'll pop that question up for you so you don't forget. So you will jump in one now, open room. Okay, you should be all have a lovely key on there saying join your breakout room. Just press enable and you can jump in there, and I will just put a message in there to remind you. Major things. Alrighty. So if anyone's still in here, nice to see you. You should have a breakout room that you can jump into. That's okay if you don't want to jump on in there. Stay out here. We're happy to run you through. We have a lovely new person coming in as well. We have just started some breakout rooms. We're just comparing and contrasting. Kind of what is our biggest distraction that we have at this point in time, especially working from home. There are so many distractions versus what is causing that we can create some focus. So what I would recommend, jump on into one of those rooms. Hello, Akash. How are we? Connecting audio.
Hello.
Hello. We have just jumped in some breakout rooms with our lovely peers. If you might have had a request there. If you want to jump in, or you can stay out here. We're just talking about what creates distraction, especially being at home at this point in time, versus what creates focus. So you can think about that yourself, or you can jump into the room. If you do want to stay out here, I'd grab a piece of paper and a pen, or on your laptop. Just see those two questions there on the screen right now, and just think about what causes the biggest distraction for you working from home or studying from home versus what creates more focus for you.
Okay.
No worries. Beautiful. Alrighty, all right. We will be closing those breakout rooms now. So 60 more seconds to chat it out. If you really want to tell your friends or your peers in there what causes that most distraction, let them know. They will be returning in 50 seconds. So anyone out here, make sure you do write down at least one major thing that is causing you the most distraction, why you're working from home, why you're studying from home, and kind of compare that with what creates the most focus for you. All right, welcome back, everyone. How are we? Hopefully we learned some fantastic stuff in our lovely room today. Well, hello, how are we? Still a few more to come on back in. Did you learn anything in there? Put a thumbs up or a yes or a either or on your lovely name down there. Yes, a thumbs up. Did it help? Did you have any other people with the same distractions as you? Alrighty. So we should all be coming back now. Joel is back on in. We have Laura. Beautiful. Nice to see you all. Perfect. Perfecto. So I believe we should have most of our lovely people back now. Alrighty. So what I really want you all to do is open up that chat box that you can see. And what I really want to learn from you is what we're going to do is some solutions to distractions. So we've given a little example here. Online TV, movies, social media, these are all really distracting, I guess, things for definitely all of us. So what I really want to do is I want to learn, send out some solutions. So how can I or how can you, I guess, move away from online TV? So an example solution for online TV could be restricting the time that I do watch my Netflix. So that could be watching it from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. That could be a really good solution. With movies, you could say, I'm going to watch it on Friday night and a Saturday night. That can be my little special treat night for watching movies. Social media, some solutions to that could be you're going to turn off your notifications. You're going to close down the app for the day. In the chat, could you guys please write some lovely solutions so I can write them on here to distraction from online TV, movies, or social media? What are some solutions that you can think of? Pop them in the chat. Whoa. Don't have any, Laura. That's okay. Does anyone have any solutions for this one? Do not disturb. Yes. All right. Do not disturb mode. Perfect. Disturb mode. Lovely. Oh, it's not typing. Do not disturb mode. Perfect. What else do we have? Only watch one episode a day. Nalini. Perfect. I am very bad at watching a couple of episodes a day, unfortunately. My lovely boss keeps asking me, what episode are you up to on The Last Dance? And I keep telling him I'm still on the 6th one. But I did binge watch a lot on the weekend, unfortunately. Canceling Netflix, that could definitely work. But I feel like you need to treat yourself there, Tracy, as well. Remember, although we are trying to move away from the distraction, what we really want to do is treat ourselves. We don't want to just scrap everything, throw your phone away. A cache that is very good as well. You could throw your phone away, but I think you may need that. So something that you could do instead of throwing your phone away, potentially just turning on Do Not Disturb, turning your phone off. I hear some people put it in drawers as well, cancelling all subscriptions for life. I'll put that one in there as well. You potentially might need to buy something on Amazon Prime, who knows? Keep your calendar up to date for personal and professional commitments. Yes, 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 I do love that as well. Thank you for your lovely solutions there. So this is something that you should do. If you find that major distraction was online TV or movies, or it could be the fridge, like the fridge is really distracting for me, just find solutions. Write down 3 solutions to your distraction, which is fantastic. They can be things that you can easily focus on. So Do Not Disturb mode, that is fantastic. Only watching 1 episode a day. Definitely try and do it not during your period of work hours as well. Don't have a phone in your office. That is also fantastic. Put it outside in the kitchen. So think about 3 things that you can work on your distraction to keep you more focused. Okay, some other great solutions to distraction. What is do not disturb mode? That is a great question, Laura. You should be able to find that on your mobile. Do send me a message a little bit later and I can teach you how to turn that on. It's basically kind of like an airplane mode or do not disturb where no notifications come in, which is fantastic. So some more solutions to distraction. Alrighty, organization is a big one. Make a plan. Making a plan the night before really helps. It really helps get your mindset ready. It really helps you plan out your day. A really great thing that I find is including 3 daily objectives. So for instance, today I had a workshop. 3 daily objectives could be preparing for the workshop, making sure it's ready to go, making sure my technology is ready to go. 3 objectives that you really need to get done and then tick them off by the end of the day. Schedule times, lock in times to exercise, relationships. This is a really important one, especially if you're finding a little bit distracted with Netflix or anything like that. Make sure you do schedule in a time. I hear there's a really good thing called the Pomodoro method. So for instance, you're going to do 45 minutes of power and then 15 minutes, you're going to give yourself a little bit of a break. So you can either do an hour of power and then reward yourself with those 10 minutes. It could be either be walking outside, get away from your office desk. If you really want to have a scroll on your social media, this will be the time. So make sure you do schedule time for exercise, relationship, self-care. Reminders is also a great one. Sticky notes, if you like writing down sticky notes. I know that the laptop also has sticky notes in a sense available as a function in there, or you could even write little notes down on your pad. Technology, okay, this is the biggie, especially during this isolation time. I think my eyes have got about 4 eyes from seeing so many screens. But technology, close your internet tabs that you are not using. So just keep be mindful of how many tabs you have open. Only use the ones, otherwise it does get really overwhelming as well. Notifications, yet again, turn off those notifications. Social media, no social media unless required. So if you do need it for your study or your study groups in there, use it for your communication as well. But don't get into the kind of like the vortex of you going in and then you start scrolling and it's about 15 minutes later. Be very mindful of that as well. University, welcome. We are just on solutions to distraction. So have a read of this one. If you just did enter then. University homepage is a fantastic thing to set as your home screen. So what I find is if you have a home screen that will direct you straight in, you're not going to go on a tangent to find other things. So that's a really key thing as well. Screen time breaks is also fantastic. Alrighty, so now what we are going to do, you've discussed distraction, you've found out your major distraction, and you've found out some key little, how to keep focused in that. So remember, compare what your major distraction is with one thing to stay focused. Now what we're going to do is compare and contrast disconnection. Remember, disconnection can be you're feeling a little bit more disconnected during this period of time due to the COVID environment, the isolation. Who's feeling disconnected? Put your hand up. Tell me how. Yes, we've got Joel. Anyone else down there? Guys, make sure you turn on your video so I can see you as well. Yes. Anyone in there? Lower hand. Perfect. Beautiful. Hello. Perfect. We are feeling a little bit disconnected. That's why we're here, to continue some great habits to remain connected. So now what I want you to do is for that lovely 1 minute, I want you to write down on either your laptop or your pad, what is your biggest one thing that makes you feel disconnected during this period of time versus what creates connection. So what is that one thing that you do to remain connected? So for instance, something that could be your biggest disconnection could be, I have not seen any of my friends for a week. Oh my goodness. Like that's a disconnection. Whereas one thing that creates connection could be FaceTiming your friends or putting in some time to do that. So have 1 minute there to write down what makes you feel disconnected during this time and what creates connection. Alrighty-o. So now what we are going to do, I'm going to pop you all into a lovely quick breakout room for a minute or two, and I want you to discuss with your peers what is the biggest thing that makes you feel disconnected and what can you do to create connection. All right, we're going to jump into some breakout rooms now. Open those ones up. So you should see an invite on your screen. Do press join. Perfect. Press the join on your screen. You should see a breakout room now appear. Do press join so you can go speak to your peers and talk about one. I will pop the question in here. What is the biggest thing that causes the disconnection? Remain connected. Alrighty, if you are in here, just keep jotting down your ideas and just remember to do one major thing that makes you feel disconnected and one thing that you do to remain connected. So remember that one thing that you may feel disconnected in, that could be not catching up with your friends if you play sport or anything like that at this period of time. And you're not getting that usual connection versus how are you staying connected. Alrighty-o. So give you all a minute or so in here to have some silent time to think about that. All right, we are coming up to our time shortly. So if you are in this room, do make sure you have some stuff jotted down there. Remember, everything is individual. So what makes you feel disconnected may not make your friend feel disconnected, but that's the beauty of this exercise. Just getting to the root of, I guess, ourselves and how we can remain a little bit more connected during this isolation time. All right, I have 60 seconds left for our lovely breakout room. How's everyone going in here today? Pop your hand up if you have any questions. Who has a really big disconnection with something? Who makes them feel a little bit disconnected if they don't mind sharing? Do we have anyone available? Nalani, do you have anything that makes you feel a little bit disconnected during this time?
I guess not seeing any of my friends for a long time.
Definitely. It is a bit strange, isn't it? Not having that face-to-face contact at the moment. What about Josh Farr? Do you have anything that makes you feel a little bit disconnected at this period of time?
No, I'm good.
You're good? Beautiful. Lovely. If you can probably help your friend, you can ask them this question tonight over the dinner table or anything like that. It's also a great conversation starter. Just making sure that you are, it's a really great way to connect with people as well, is asking them if there's anything that's making you feel disconnected and how we can make them feel connected. All right. So remember as well, you can feel disconnected from not replying to messages, declining virtual activities. University, you can feel disconnected that way by not connecting in your forums or anything like that. So there are a lot of things and different ways that we can stay disconnected, but I want you all to write down in the chat now. We're going to do another little task, solutions to disconnection. So studying alone, this is our question now. I want you to write in the chat what steps we can take to reduce our loneliness when studying. So give me some ideas. How can I, or how can I tell a student today to reduce their loneliness? So what are some steps? So what are some things? Pop them into the chat today. Find the chat, write them in so I can write them on the screen and can share them with each other. What helps you studying alone? It could be contacting a friend during your lunch break, giving them a phone call, jumping onto your learning management system that your university has, going for a swim as a reward. That's a good one, going for a swim. Is there anything else you all do to stay a little connected when you're studying alone? Virtual group discussions, amazing. Douglas, what kind of virtual group discussions do you do? Is there anyone else with any great ideas? How can we help studying alone when you feel really disconnected from the world? Classwork, beautiful. How can I or you tell your friends today, or your peers or your students, what are some strategies, some solutions to studying alone? How can you remain connected? Anyone else? How about calling a friend during your lunch break? That's a good one. All right, if you do have any ideas, pop them in the chat, but we are going to reminders. Beautiful, Douglas. That is also a good one. What kind of reminders do you give yourself? Beautiful. Calls, yes, love this. All right, we are going to move on from that, but just think about that question. How can you help yourself or your friend or your peer or any of your students stay connected when they're studying alone during this time? So solutions to disconnection. Here are some great little takeaways for you. So look for ways to build an online community. That is amazing. So you can either do that with your gaming, you can find a university group to connect over Facebook. Facebook's a really great one. LinkedIn communities as well. Connect with your peers on university LMS. Study, join a study group, lead by example, book in time. So if you have a mentor or a friend, what I would recommend doing if you're feeling a little bit disconnected is putting into your calendar today or tomorrow or anytime during this week preferable. I want you to put 30 minutes aside and write in there, I am going to call your friend's name, and put that in there so you can feel a little bit connected, whether that's a phone call or a FaceTime. Definitely pop that in there. Empathetic writing. So this is a really key one as well. So if you write really stressed and you're going to write, how do you feel when you get someone who has a little bit more harsher wording? Think about the words you are writing. Consistency in communication. Add some emojis in there. I love emojis, but obviously appropriate ones that is at that. Be honest and vulnerable. Everyone is going through this together. You're going through this. I'm going through this. We've never been through this before. So if you open up how you're feeling, you are probably going to feel a little bit more connected with people as well. Don't be afraid to crowdsource ideas on how to stay connected. And most importantly, I really love this one, is sharing lighthearted, positive stories as well. So I'm going to finish with a little bit of a quote that I found on LinkedIn just while scrolling. I think it might have been yesterday or today. This kind of sums up the distraction and disconnection model that we are working with today. So this was from a gentleman named Brian C. He's a senior strategist, and this was what he wrote. Dang, this year has been tough. COVID-19 postponed my wedding. Then it took my friend's mother's life, and now it's taken my job. If this year has taught me anything, it's that life is all about how you handle plan B. And although I'm feeling down, there's a part of me that's hopeful and optimistic for what's next. So if anyone is looking for a freelance or a full-time strategic help, or just want to grab a virtual coffee, send me a note, let's chat. I'll be working on my plan B. So that's an awesome way of, he's going through a really struggling time, but he's really wanting to connect. And he is being vulnerable. He's letting you know he's going through this hard time right now. Reach out to people. And he had many people who were like, let's grab a virtual coffee. So I do recommend reaching out to your friends during this period of time, your family members, your peers, anyone that you met in that lovely breakout room, and just connecting on any of these platforms as well. Our last thing that we are going to do is fill in the blanks. So I want you to copy and paste this. I will put it in the chat now. And I want you to think about this, fill this out. And I want you to tell one person today. I want you to tell one person today how you can be more focused and how you can be connected. 3 things. And I want you to work on that this week. Beautiful. Has anyone got any last? Here we go, popped it in there. Beautiful. So do copy and paste that. If you do want to copy and paste an answer in there, but we have come to our lovely 30 minutes time today. Unfortunately, it is very quick. So how I am going to leave you is a very big good luck with your end of semester assessment. And here's a lovely link. If you could give us some feedback on today. Here we go. Just copy and paste that. I think, can someone tell me if they can copy and paste that successfully? Laura, can you copy and paste that today? Anyone? Tracy, Jaswan, I can. Amelia, thank you. Anyone else can copy and paste that one? Tell me if you can copy and paste that. It's just a short little survey. Yeah,
it works.
Beautiful. It's just a short little survey just to see what you learned. If you thought of something amazing or you found a little quote in there, pop it in there. We can broadcast that. No worries, Lynn. We're happy to help you out with great ideas as well. Has anyone, before you want to go, I know we're on 2 minutes past 3, but has anyone filled in for me to be more focused, I need to XXX? No? If you feel comfortable, you can share that one with us today. Otherwise, fill out that our lovely little feedback form, and that is the end of our fantastic session. I know it's very quick. Please give us some feedback. If you did really enjoy these 3 little bite-sized workshops, we will potentially be doing some more in the future. But thank you so much for coming, Simone. I hope you feel a little bit more motivated. I hope you have a bit more self-care. And I hope you feel a little bit more connected and focused during this period of time. Remember, we're all going through this. So it's nothing out of the blue. If you do want to connect with us or you have any questions, do jump into the Vygo. I'm happy to share any more knowledge with you all. But thank you so much, and thank you to Josh Farr for guiding us with these fantastic workshops. You are amazing. If everyone can give him a little thumbs up. Perfecto. All righty, everyone. Make sure you work on those fantastic focusing. Merci beaucoup to you too. Have a lovely day. Douglas, if you've got any more questions, send them through again. Happy to help. But we will be finishing up now. Perfect.
Thank you so much.
Oh, it's okay. No worries. Thank you for coming along.